What is going on, everybody? Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve. Right, it is Christmas Eve, and got the hat on one more time. Sorry, I'm still dealing with my cough. Y'all don't have to deal with that. Doing this video mainly just to talk about Christmas. Last year we did Vlogmas, so we were on a lot and kind of, celebrated the Christmas spirit that way. This year, I kind of wanted to do it, but between our Disney trip and everything else, I just couldn't do it. But hopefully you guys are getting ready to have a fun night tonight with your family and tomorrow as well. I know we are. I'm excited because it's the first real Christmas with our nephew. He's one going on 30, but I'm looking forward to watching him open his presents tomorrow and spend time with him tonight and also tomorrow as well. So that should be fun. I guess we'll break down Christmas a little bit. If you were watching Sunday night with Lindsay B, I was on there. We talked about Christmas movies, Christmas music, traditions, things like that. I guess I can kind of expand. Sorry about that. Kind of expand on it a little bit. Now, Christmas movies. I am a Christmas movie junkie, we'll say. I haven't really found a lot of Christmas movies that I don't like. Although I will tell a quick story. I think it was when we were... Where were we? When we were driving down to Disney, a week or so ago, there was this cartoon on Freeform in the morning, and that was definitely weird. It was like the Cricket Hearth or something like the Hearth of the Cricket, or I don't know. It was just weird and creepy. So that would definitely be one that I don't like. There's a couple of others that are like that, but as far as movies in general, I tend to enjoy Christmas movies a lot. Older classics like White Christmas and Miracle on 34th Street and It's a Wonderful Life and things like that. But then I can also watch The Night Before with Seth Rogen, or Office Christmas Party, or Harold and Kumar's Christmas, or like Krampus. And probably my favorite Christmas horror movie would be A Christmas Horror Story. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend watching it. If you have Vudu, it's on sale right now for like $5. I would definitely, I would say it's $5 well spent. But I also freely admitted that I am a Hallmark / Lifetime movie or Christmas movie junkie. I'll say Christmas movies. I don't really get into the man-hating during the rest of the year, but Christmas movies are always fun. I guess because they're designed to just kind of make you appreciate the holidays and appreciate relationships and family and things like that. I mean, yeah, they're all basically the same. Candace Cameron Bure goes off into the woods and meets some, probably just divorced guy, and they save the town and wind up getting married. Whatever. They're good movies. So I don't know. I mean, movies for me, Christmas has always been. I was actually watching one last night. Another one of my favorites is Arthur Christmas. Love that movie. As far as animation goes, I think it's one of the better animated movies to come out recently. If you ask me about the new Grinch that came out in last year, I'll tell you I hated that. It was just, I mean, I'm all for an update on the Grinch, but when you redo the classic theme song, no, can't do that. What else? As far as movies go, alright, we'll do this. I'll give you a top 5 real quick. I love doing top 5s on the channel. I just want to do top 5 overall. This will be a little bit old school, a little new school, a little, just a little bit of everything. Obviously, I said it on Lindsay B's stream. I'll say it again. White Christmas is my favorite. Ever since I can remember, I've always watched White Christmas. It's just a great movie. It's timeless. I feel it's timeless. Another one, I just mentioned it, Arthur Christmas. Again, just the story and the animation, I love. I would be remiss if I didn't say Muppets Christmas Carol. That is a movie that Carolyn and I both love to watch. I just love, honestly, if they cut the movie to where it was just the parts of Gonzo and Rizzo, I'd be happy. Gonzo and Rizzo make that movie what it is, and it is an amazing movie. Fourth one, obviously A Christmas Story. Once again, growing up, that was the thing that I watched Christmas Eve and all day Christmas Day. We'd put it on, I think it was at TBS, and then it expanded to TBS and TNT. But yeah, I always watch that at least once or twice a week. Honestly, that, again, as White Christmas is timeless, I think A Christmas Story is timeless. I think in the next 20, 30 years, people will still be watching White Christmas, A Christmas Story. Now I'll throw in one that is kind of an off-the-wall, unconventional Christmas movie. I'm thinking between two. It's either going to be Harold and Kumar's Christmas, which I think is just ridiculously hilarious, and Office Christmas Party. And it's hard to pick because they're both wild and crazy in their own ways, and they both have great casts. I think it's T.J. Miller and Jason Bateman are hilarious in that movie, and then also obviously John Cho and Kal Penn. So those are two: Office Christmas Party and A Harold and Kumar Christmas. I just think both those movies are amazing. And the wild card in Harold and Kumar is you got Danny Trejo and you got Neil Patrick Harris in it. Let's go on to music. I know, again, in the stream, Papa Lucha said he couldn't stand people who listen to Christmas music from Halloween on. I'm that guy. I just love Christmas music. It just puts you in the mood. I don't work retail, so I listen to it as a choice. But I also I use an app called Aki Radio, to where I can kind of switch up the Christmas music every day, so it's not the same every day. Obviously there are songs that cross over, but yeah, I listen to Christmas music, and I'll probably listen to it. I don't know if I'll stop after Christmas, or I usually stop between after Christmas and New Year's, and then I just switch back to normal everyday music. But again, Christmas music, much like the movies, I grew up on a lot of the older Christmas music, so like Bing Crosby and Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton's Christmas album was a staple in my household. Oak Ridge Boys, and a lot of that Christmas music when I was a kid. I mean, obviously the music now is not bad, but probably some of my favorite songs. Again, we can do Off the Wall. I love, and it's hilarious, but I love the South Park Christmas album. I also own both Larry the Cable Guy. I think he has more, but I own 2 of his Christmas albums, which are hilarious. They're more like satirical comedy, Christmas stuff than actual Christmas stuff, songs. But and also Billy Engvall's Christmas album's not that bad either. But my favorite Christmas song of all time, if I had to pick one, I said it, Dominic the Donkey. A lot of people don't know what that is, even up until a couple of years ago. Carolyn didn't know about it either, but it was huge up in New York when I was a kid. That song was always played on the radio, like pretty much every day. So every day I listened to it. So, I mean, it's definitely a favorite. I said again, the Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton Christmas album is near and dear to my heart. I'm actually listening to it to this day. I actually have it on my phone. Just songs from top to bottom are amazing. I would definitely recommend listening to it if you're into it. I mean, obviously, if you're not, I'm not going to force you to, but definitely recommend listening to that. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Traditions. I just spend time with Carolyn and her family because my family is in New York and I have a brother in Massachusetts now, so it's just spent here in Georgia. I would love to go home and spend Christmas with my family, but you try traveling around the holidays. It's not cheap. But again, I mean, I haven't technically been home for Christmas in about 15 years. And I try to downplay it, but, I mean, if you live away from home, you know how it is. It's hard to get home, and, yes, I have family to spend it with. I'm not, alone in a studio apartment eating ramen noodles and, the one little candle for, light, but, it would be nice to see my family and hang out with my family and see my nieces and nephew and see my brothers and see my parents and, stuff like that. So, yeah, the holidays can be a little tough, but again, I'm thankful that I have Carolyn and I have her family, and we have fun. It's always fun with them. So I'm not really complaining, just kind of stating the fact. What traditions when we were younger? For a while, we would go to church or midnight mass. Actually, when I was in grammar school, I was sit down when I tell you this, because you're not going to believe me. Especially given my reputation. But I was actually an altar boy when I was in elementary school. So, that was the one. Other than the one mass that we all wanted to be on the altar for is midnight mass or just Christmas Eve mass. Just something about the church at Christmas time is amazing, in its own way. I'm not gonna get religious. I'm not gonna do that, but I have fond memories of doing that when I was a kid. But I also love Christmas because of Disney, where I bought this hat at. Disney is the only place in the world I think that can get a pass for decorating for Christmas in November. But if you have the chance to go, I would highly recommend going. The only reason why I say that is because Disney decorates for Halloween, but it's only in the Magic Kingdom. But Disney decorates for Christmas, it is everywhere. Disney Springs, the resorts, all 4 parks. I've never been to a water park, so I can't say if the water parks do or not, and the decorations are amazing. The one thing I kind of regret not doing on the trip that we just came back from was doing the castle lighting. That is an amazing thing that they do every night. Once again, I highly recommend, if you're in the parks for the Christmas season, watch it at least once. It is amazing. Also, if you are down there, and you're fortunate enough to be there when they run a Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, recommend doing that too. It is a hard-ticketed event, so it is extra, but if you do it right, you can probably jam-pack everything you would do in a probably 8 to 10 hour day in a 4 hour period of time. So definitely recommend doing it. They have more hard to find characters. I know that they kind of cycle them out, but usually it's the 7 Dwarves, Jack and Sally, Moana, usually Aladdin and Jasmine, and Abu and Genie and Jafar. So I mean, you have some fun there with that. But I'm just trying to think. I've gone for 16, almost 17 minutes now. Now, I've said it on 2 streams. I'll say it here again. The best Christmas present I ever received was the news that my sister-in-law was pregnant, because I have 2 nieces and a nephew in New York and Massachusetts, but I don't get to see them. I've seen them only a handful of times in their life, and having the nephew so close, I get to finally be the cool uncle, or the uncle that's actually around. So, I don't know. It's definitely a good present. And like I said on Lindsay B's stream, worst present was the crocheted hangers. Like I said, I don't know what she was thinking. I know she was old. I know she liked to drink Budweiser. So maybe she was drunk when she was doing presents and got us hangers and not money. I don't know. But yeah, those went in the garbage real quick. Just trying to think what else. I guess only thing I can really say is to be thankful for what you have, who you have in your life, and just enjoy your day. I know Christmas comes once a year, but things can happen over the year and things change. So just cherish the day with your family and your friends, and I just, quite honestly, it's more about the company than it is the present. Especially at this age, I posted a meme the other day on Facebook where it was like the split picture when Christmas when you're 8 and you have like the tower of presents and big old tree decorated, and it was Christmas now. It was like a little pine tree air freshener with nothing around it. Quite honestly, I don't want anything for Christmas. I kind of stopped asking. Actually, this is the first year I stopped asking for like video games and just like random stuff that I could buy myself. So I asked for more practical things, and we'll see how it goes. But no, so don't expect me to be doing a Funko Pop haul from Christmas, because it ain't gonna happen unless I buy some, and then I'll show you what I bought. But I'm not gonna ask my family and friends to buy me Funko Pops for Christmas. I'm not going to ask my family and friends to buy me, Marvel Legends or Star Wars Black Series, or I did ask for comic books though. It's the one thing I asked for. I didn't get it for my birthday. I'm hoping to get them for Christmas. If not, we'll work on it. But no, I mean honestly, like I work hard, and I feel more rewarded when I can go and buy a video game, or go buy some pops, or buy anything that I really want. It's just I'm at that age now where I don't want people buying stuff for me. I almost feel weird when someone's like, "Here, I bought you something." It's like, why? But on that note, this hat is kind of hot. I'll take it off. I'm gonna go relax for a little bit and get ready for Christmas Mass, and then dinner with the family. If I don't post a video tomorrow, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. I'll definitely be back in the next couple of days. I want to do a year in review. I'm going to do one sweeping video. It'll probably be 20-30 minutes long, but I'm just going to talk about my year. Good, bad, different. We're going to talk about 2019 and my hopes, my dreams, my goals for 2020. So I will see you guys in the next video. Once again, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Festivus, if there's any other holidays I don't know about yet, merry that too. But I will see you guys later and have a great day.